Okay, September 23rd. Today, what I want to talk about is a scandal, two scandals, 8 years apart, involving presidential pets. That's right, we're talking about presidential dogs today. The first one happened in 1944. FDR had to defend himself against allegations that he had forgotten his dog someplace, his dog Fala, and that he sent a Navy destroyer to go pick up his dog, costing taxpayers tens of millions of dollars at that time in 1944. So he did a speech today in 1944 basically saying that it's just ridiculous and that the Republicans can't find anything else to talk about, so they've got to make up a story about his dog. So in his speech, FDR basically said that he was used to charges against him and his family, and that the scandals that he was used to, he got thick skin and didn't bother him. But that his poor dog, this little Scotch Terrier, was upset because all these stories were being made up about his poor dog. So this was basically his speech, just kind of really making fun of the fact that the Republicans were had a ridiculous charge. So that was 1944. Then in 1952, vice presidential candidate Richard Nixon had charges against him that he had illegally used $18,000 in campaign contributions for personal use. So he went on, gave his speech, and this became the famous Checkers speech. So in his speech, he dismissed all the allegations. There's nothing to it. The only thing he got that was probably inappropriate was a gift from a supporter in Texas that sent him a dog that his daughter named Checkers. And that Richard Nixon and the family, they loved the dog and they were not giving the dog back. So there you go. That's two stories involving dogs. Both speeches were successful. The candidates survived. Nixon stayed on the ticket because there was concerns about him falling off the 1952 Eisenhower-Nixon ticket. Interestingly, these two presidents, Nixon and FDR, are the only two men to be on a major candidate or major party nomination 5 times. FDR won his 4 presidencies from 32 to 44. He was also on the losing ticket in 1920 as a vice presidential nominee. Not many people know that. Nixon was successful 4 times. He was vice president twice under Eisenhower and then served his own 2 terms in 68 and 72. And again, of course, losing in 1960 to John F. Kennedy. So both men had 5 different times they were on the major ticket, either as president or vice president. So that's what I got for today. I'll see you tomorrow.